So YouTubers may currently be spaffing themselves demented over the new iPhones as usual, but don't let all of that noise cover up Vivo's fresh new super premium Android rival, the X70 Pro Plus. Now this mighty mobile boasts incredible performance, great battery life and some proper smart camera tech with fancy pants stuff like built-in gimbal stabilisation. And yeah, I guess this is kind of a spoiler for the review. I really like this phone, I like it a lot, although like those iPhones it is certainly not cheap. Pliers at the ready, sorry Gran, those gold teeth are coming right the f*** out. Now I inserted my SIM into the Vivo X70 Pro Plus about a week ago and I've been using it as my full-time personal smartphone ever since. So here is my in-depth review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So one of the first things that you'll probably notice about the Vivo X70 Pro Plus when you get your mitts on it is that this is one heavy mofo. Even with my obviously very well developed muscular structure, this thing felt like a proper brick. It's certainly one of the heaviest smartphones of 2021 thus far, right up there with gaming phones like the Black Sharks and the Red Magics. A near 7 inches in size, the X70 Pro Plus is a proper handful too. There's a one-handed mode to help out, but you'll want to use both mitts for the most comfortable experience. Vivo has once again opted for a rather clean and simple design. That glass arse is mostly plain and also only available in this somber black finish, which is a bit of a shame, but at least the matte surfacing means that oily fingerprints and other scuffs are kept well at bay. But so far, touchwood also seems pretty damn hardy, no scratches or any other damage to remark upon after a week of use. You got full IP68 water and dust resistance here on the Vivo X70 Pro Plus as well, and a pre-installed screen protector for extra peace of mind. There's even a protective case bundled in the box as well, so all good on that front. Now Android 11 is customized here via the amusingly titled FunTouch OS 12 launcher, which isn't too dissimilar to rivals like ColorOS and MIUI. Imagine Android is a big old tasty chocolate cake, and then the FunTouch OS launcher is basically a heap of whipped cream and sprinkles and jelly tots that's just been slapped on top, and your reaction is probably going to go one or two ways. You're really going to be like, oh, that's a bit much, isn't it? Or, oh, goody, bring on the diabetes. Personally, I like jelly tots about as much as I enjoy being poked in the eye with a fork, and in this decidedly dodgy analogy, the jelly tots are definitely the huge pile of crapware that Vivo has shoved on board. Thankfully though, all of that third-party bollocks can be booted swiftly off the Vivo X70 Pro Plus if you don't want it, and let's face it, you won't, so in the end it's basically just a minor inconvenience, kind of like plucking jelly tots off of a cake. See, the metaphor does kind of work if you don't think about it too much, or at all. Alright, so I know that so far FunTouch may actually sound about as much fun as bowel cancer, but to be fair, it does add some pretty worthwhile features, including a perfectly respectable gaming mode, some handy gestures like this shaky torch effort, and that slightly awkward to activate one-handed mode. And no complaints with that in-display fingerprint sensor either. This works a treat even when your hands are dry and scabby or a wee bit moist. Certainly good news in a world where frequent hand washing and sanitizing is strongly recommended still, and of course you've got face unlock on top of that as long as you're not wearing a face mask. And Vivo has shoved 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage onto the X70 Pro Plus. That'll take some filling for most people unless you're shooting a lot of 8K home movies, for instance, in which case you're going to be quite gutted to hear that there's no micro SD memory card support to expand that space. Media fans will get all hot and sweaty at the very sight of that epic 6.78-inch AMOLED screen. It's a WQHD panel, although you will have to activate that resolution in the display settings if you want to enjoy the supremely crisp visuals. While you're there, you can also tinker with the colour output so it's easy on the eye, or straight up makes your peepers bleed with luscious, vivid visuals. There's no HDR streaming support in Netflix at the time I shot this video, but hopefully that will be coming soon. And besides that and the slight intrusion of that selfie orifice, there's really very little to moan about here at all. It's a great screen, no doubt. Bump the brightness up to maximum levels and everything is clearly visible, and you've also got 120Hz refresh rate support as well for keeping everything nice and smooth, and guess what, that even works in third-party apps. And the X70 Pro Plus's display is truly edge to edge as well. It does actually dip slightly around those edges, but thankfully I had no issues with my palm fat intruding on the desktops or my apps while I was skimming around, so no issues with responsiveness. I also enjoyed the stereo speaker arrangement here, which pumps out sound at a decent volume without balking the quality. And annoyingly and somewhat predictably, the X70 Pro Plus commits the usual flagship premium cardinal sin of ditching the headphone jacks. You've got to depend on the Bluetooth streaming if you want to get a good bit of music action on the go. Thankfully, the Bluetooth connection was very dependable indeed, strong range on it, and no breakup in the audio even in quite a busy area. Now, performance comes courtesy of the fresh 5nm Snapdragon 888 Plus chipset with a mighty 12 gigs of RAM to keep things running smooth, plus virtual memory as a backup. All of which makes the Vivo X70 Pro Plus one of the most powerfully spec'd smartphones of 2021. It is a proper beefcake. I don't think I saw a single stumble the entire time I was using it, no matter what I was up to. That kind of performance is perfect for gaming, with the most demanding titles running beautifully, even if you jack up the graphics settings to maximum levels. And thankfully, unlike many phones running the standard Snapdragon 888 platform, I didn't notice any overheating here at all. Even a proper long session on Genshin Impact didn't faze the Vivo X70 Pro Plus. And I experienced absolutely zero issues with connectivity here on the Vivo X70 Pro Plus, as you would expect, whether you're on the Wi-Fi or good old LTE with, of course, 5G support chucked in, as you would expect. And I was also very happy with the battery performance as well. You got a 4500 mAh capacity cell shoved inside of the X70 Pro Plus's mighty frame. And I thought I'd really put it through the test, so I maxed out all the display settings, or 120Hz, the WQHD resolution, yada yada. Made sure I had the always on display active as well, and I found I got around 6 hours of screen on time per day, and that's with plenty of camera use, using it as a sat nav, lots of music streaming in the background, all that good stuff. And when it does finally need a top up, you got that 55W flash charge support, which is proper nippy, and even better, 50W wireless charging as well, if you've actually got a Qi wireless charging pad that can handle that, and reverse wireless charging as well, in case you've got some earbuds or some other accessory that uses wireless charging too. Now, one of the most hyped features of the Vivo X70 Pro Plus is that camera tech, something that Vivo has been optimizing with each subsequent generation. Now, a lot of the staple camera hardware packed into this thing is the same or similar to previous flagships. So for instance, you've got that Zeiss T glass for the lenses, which can help to prevent ghosting and other light related issues when you're shooting in really bright conditions. And you've also, of course, got Vivo's 5-axis gimbal stabilisation tech on board to help you get sharp shots even in really low light. Now, with help from that clever hardware, the Vivo X70 Pro Plus's 50-megapixel Samsung GN1 sensor combined with the V1 image processor spaffs out gorgeous looking pics in practically any conditions. My photos were packed with fine detail and colours that look the same on that mighty display as they did in real life. Even in strong daylight, I was impressed with the results here, practically no flaring or saturation to speak of. And in more ambient light, when shooting indoors or in the evenings, you can once again expect a crisp photo with limited noise and accurate colour reproduction. While there is a night mode on board to brighten up a scene, the auto mode I found by itself did a proper decent job. I also enjoyed the Pro Plus's 48-megapixel ultra-wide gimbal camera, which once again captured both bright and dark scenes with strong results, although colours are slightly warmer, especially when things get dim. And for even greater flexibility, try switching to the 8-megapixel periscope lens with its 3x optical zoom, which is great for getting detailed photos from a distance. And the last of the lenses here is a dedicated 12-megapixel portrait shooter, and certainly I have no complaints with my portrait pics. Kids and pets, in fact, in general, are captured cleanly, as long as they aren't bouncing around like absolute mentalists. And as usual, you got butt tons of different bonus modes and tools to piss about with inside of that Vivo camera app. I tended to stay clear of the likes of the beautifications, the AI modes. This tended to produce less accurate, realistic results. We do have a pro mode if you want to get involved tinkering with the white balance, the ISO levels, get a very precise kind of result. And as you can see, plenty of extra stuff that you can piddle about with too, including of course the obligatory AR sticker bollocks. Oh, I love it so much! Like most flagship phones these days, the Vivo X70 Pro Plus can record video at up to 8K resolution, but I stuck with 4K for most of my testing time, as I don't have an 8K display, and honestly, what's the bloody point? At Ultra HD resolution, my footage looked good when beamed to my telly box. You got plenty of detail, punchy colours, and highly respectable image stabilisation, of course, complete with horizon leveling stabilisation to keep things from bouncing around when you are moving and shooting. You can swap between all three lenses on the fly, and the audio also came through nice and cleanly. And last up, the Vivo X70 Pro Plus's 32-megapixel selfie cam is again a bit good, whether shooting in low light or brighter environments. Basically, I struggle to find much to complain about with this camera tech at all. It's reliable at pretty much any time of the day, even on full auto. And that right there is my full final frank review of the Vivo X70 Pro Plus after using it as my full-time smartphone for a week. And I've got to say, it's one of the most premium Androids out there. It ain't cheap, that's for damn sure, but I certainly really enjoyed it. And if you are after something that's got top level performance, dependable battery life, strong media chops, and an excellent bit of camera tech, then you can't really go wrong. Pretty much the only downsides are the lack of the expandable storage, no microSD support, and the lack of a headphone jack as well, but that is a sin committed by pretty much every flagship smartphone out there, borrowing the Sony Xperia ones. So that's what I think anyway. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on the Vivo X70 Pro Plus and the Standard Pro down below as well. I've done a side-by-side unboxing and comparison with the Pro and the Pro Plus. You can see exactly what the differences are. The Pro Plus is definitely a solid upgrade over the original Pro in terms of the camera tech, the performance, and quite a lot of other areas as well. Stay tuned for lots more phone launches before 2021 finally does one. Got quite a lot still in the calendar, so please do poke, subscribe, and ding that notifications bell to be the first to see all of that shenanigans, and have yourselves a bloody lovely rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you!